Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have something a little bit more on the different side because I want to go cover up some pretty big gaming news that's been going on in regards to Battlefield 2042. Now, I was extremely hyped up for this game, and I actually did go and stream this game quite a bit up on my Twitch page. But the one issue is that we're actually seeing loads of both good and bad news going on, where it kind of seems at this point, they essentially just can't figure it on out. Battlefield 2042 keeps on having issue after issue after issue with the overall community, keep on complaining, and rightfully so, because a lot of these issues are awful, to the point where right now there's actually a literal Battlefield ripoff that actually has even more players than Battlefield 2042 itself, as well as also rumors of Battlefield 2042 going free to play, them now removing game modes on top of that, of even another new game mode that got removed, and overall everything is just seeming like the biggest mess known to man. So to go cover up some of that stuff for you guys, I'm gonna give you guys the details, and overall we have some funny stuff and some bad stuff, and I kind of want to go talk about this because it's just nuts. It's just really kind of crazy to go and see. But at least if it does go free to play, I'm sure a lot of you guys will check it out. So kind of the question of the video itself is, well, obviously, if Battlefield 2042 is going to finally go free to play, as it's been rumored to, we'll cover that in a second, on the PS5, Xbox, PC, or whatever, do you guys think it might finally be time for you guys to go check it out, or have you guys been enjoying the game? Really quickly before we get into the news, I'll go and say, I've actually enjoyed the game a lot. I'm actually kind of a high level on it, been doing a lot on PC. I'm actually quite upset that they did go remove the Rush on the official playlist, though, because that was probably my favorite game mode I was playing, and overall, there is a lot more good changes that could happen to the game. There's also a lot of fixes that need to be happening, and overall, it was a little bit more of a disappointment, especially based on how high my expectations were. So, of course, before you dive in the video, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc digital console controller. We have the also brand new Samsung SSDs down below. I recommend for the PS5 on sale. Twitter and Twitch stream down below. Sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100 is going to be a bunch of free stock and free money. And same thing too as well for that Coinbase. Let's go dive on in. So first and foremost, I want to quickly cover this before we get to the free-to-play rumors and leaks, where this has actually been a hilarious article going and showing that basically a Battlefield ripoff with, I'm not exaggerating these graphics, you guys can go and see, has more players even right now than Battlefield 2042 itself. And we even have something like this, kind of like the big kind of reception we've been talking about, where they basically go and say, I'm not sure we've ever seen a game die off faster than Battlefield 2042. Means we've already been out for barely over 2 months now, and the player numbers have already dwindled so much that even cheat end developers, which is kind of true, are packing their bags. So they don't even want to go and develop and keep on doing cheats because no one's utilizing them, and they're not even making money selling them. But as well, even some of the older games in the series are also getting a big influx of people coming back to them too as well. But now, according to even the data from Steam Charge, a low poly indie game, which has been clearly just been heavily inspired by Battlefield to say the least, recently surpassed Battlefield 2042's numbers on concurrent players on Steam, which probably says all you need to know about this data, which is supposed to be the 2021's most hype releases too as well. And we can even see this over here from Tom himself, who also broke out other various news stating, if you have not played BattleBit Remastered yet, give it a go. The Battlefield community seems to be loving it. It just also literally passed more concurrent players too as well, which we've been seeing this stuff quite a bit recently. Where right now Battlefield had 3,800, while BattleBit Remastered had 4,002 as well. And you can literally go and download this game up on free on Steam. So this is like the #1 big first slap in the face when it comes to all this stuff. It's almost like just on the disappointing side too as well. I was like, sure, I hope this is going to go to the actual Steam page and stuff too. But basically it's just a big disappointment because you have a game like this that literally does look like this. It's a low poly game where it's kind of like an Unturned and other old school games you guys ever played. It was like a Roblox style game. So all that kind of put together over here as we've been doing some more research, points into a few other things as well, where it has things like Battlefield 2 might now officially be going to free to play, as insiders are now suggesting this. So basically EA is now looking at all the options to go and restore and getting more people playing the Battlefield 2042 player numbers, including as well some form of free to play access to on top of that. And we've been seeing stuff like, say, from Tom Henderson basically stating that EA is absolutely disappointed in Battlefield 2042 in terms of how many people are playing it, in terms of reception, in terms of download numbers, and how much money they've actually made. And I think rightfully so, because we're now even seeing, as we just showed you guys, these weird third-party games are more fun, and that's at the end of the day what we need to have for games. You want to have a fun game with a good reason to play and invest your time into playing the game. And especially when the price point's too high, what's the actual point? So we actually had this word over here too as well, where basically Tom was basically stating, EA is very disappointed with how Battlefield 2042 has performed and is looking at all the options when it comes to the title. This would also be including looking at free-to-play in some capacity. I should kind of ready to see that. He's going to go through all these articles and stuff too as well, as he's also trying to go and consult other folks and see that from there. But a lot of folks out there are kind of on the middle. Some people are hyped up and still playing the game, as you guys can even see from this. I'm in the same boat. I actually generally did enjoy Battlefield when the game first came out. I thought it was a good game. Definitely need a lot more options, definitely need a lot more fixes, definitely want a more specialist, definitely want more maps, definitely don't want to have a DLC and microtransaction for a battle pass you would have paid money on for. And yes, that's kind of the big issue over here, is that it's been kind of good and kind of bad. So give me your thoughts on that down below. But at the same time, it would make a lot of sense because it was a good selling game. You guys can even see it was 2021's 5th best-selling game in the United States too as well. And I'm sure the numbers are doing good. There was a lot of PC gamers who played it. It was very good up on Twitch and YouTube for quite some time, and it's very comparable to, let's go and say, to Call of Duty. People are buying the game, people are still playing the game, but it's definitely fallen off a lot. And while most games after the initial launch cycle do fall off, that's just the end-all be-all, the one big struggle on this is it fell off really, really bad, really quick, and there really hasn't been any major big updates going on. Now, of course, though, they are finally working on some really big things, like adding the refreshed scoreboard UI, which is cool to see because people have been wanting to go and see that for the entire time, just in general. Like what's the way? Like, there's so many like these big things, like we just can't even see the leaderboard almost the entire time. I want to go and show off if I got like the top of the leaderboard. I want to be able to go play the game like that. I want to see who's doing bad. Like, it's kind of like just a normal game that every game, League of Legends, Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, every game known to man has this. It's kind of weird that they don't. But as well, they also haven't had a lot of really big major fixes. There's a lot of still game-breaking bugs, and a lot of the maps, there's still like issues where your character cannot even be revived if you're in a certain corner, which they said they fixed, and they kind of did, but there's still issues with that. Sometimes things randomly explode. I still have issues where if I even try to go aim my gun down a sight, sometimes it doesn't even work. Sometimes like it gets bugged. Sometimes my gun keeps on resetting on its loadouts. And a lot of these really small quality of life changes need to be fixed, especially right before a big update, because I do believe they're trying to go launch up, I think, the Battle Pass as well as new maps. I believe is rumored around March, give or take. And it kind of makes me sad too, because even then, now even with brand new game modes, and people are trying to get new game modes too as well, they're also removing like brand new game modes they mentioned. It's on the same drama too as well with the Rush map, which I thought a lot of people liked. I personally liked. It got to combat very quickly. A lot of the maps are kind of open and empty on the normal conquest mode, so I liked Rush because there's more streamline, a lot more action, a lot more gunplay, and it was a very fun experience. But when it comes to Battlefield itself, they end up dropping it. They were kind of hyping it up, and they're trying to get more people to go play it. And then they basically end up just getting rid of an actual game mode themselves because it just became an experience farm, with they even quoted stating, "I'm not going to lie, this one shouldn't have gone through our review process." So just a day after it went live, EA removed Battlefield's newest community-made mode too as well, the zombie survival mode, because it became an experience farm. And this is after they also removed Rush, which people were very upset about. They have all these bugs and issues, the price points, and now even maybe going free to play. I just truly don't understand on how much this game has become such a big disaster. Justin Weeby, some from Ripple Effect Studios, said the mode needs to go back to the workshop for a bit, basically stating, "We've removed the zombies mode and replaced it with gun game. Hopefully we can fix it in the future and keep it in alignment with standard game progression. We've also tightened our review process to make sure this doesn't happen again. Thank you for your patience." And they also said, "I saw a mixed bag of reactions to this mode, honestly. Some people said it was great, and that was taken out to continue to prove why DICE failed at 2042. Others saying the XP farming was kind of bad, but taking out the mode was a good decision. Kind of in the middle," which I would agree on that too as well too, because it kind of can go either way. But like I think having more options is always better. I think having chances to do stuff is always better. And the fact that it just kind of seems like they keep on consistently missing the mark. Whereas you guys even saw even some Battlefield ripoffs or just random indie games are getting more people playing it than the literal Battlefield game itself. And this is one of the biggest games out there. So it's just almost like on the disappointing side to go and see and how far the mighty have fallen. Because back in the day on the Xbox 360 and such, I used to love playing Battlefield. I used to love the vibe. And it kind of seems like nowadays a lot of these big game companies such as Battlefield, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, or whatever it is, they don't really ever change. They're kind of always the same. And it's almost on the disappointment side because it never really truly feels like we're playing a real game anymore. And it makes me sad. So I kind of want to hear your thoughts and comments down below. I think the fact that maybe putting Battlefield free to play would be really nice, but I think anyone who spent money on the game should definitely either get like a refund or get some really, really, really good game benefits or something, because this is just a complete utter dumpster. Like, it's crazy. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller. Same with those brand new Samsung SSD links down below. Twitter and Twitch stream as well. And of course, sign up for Weeble. Deposits are $100. You're going to get a bunch of free stock and free money with that Coinbase too as well. Those Amazon links, those Twitter and Twitch stream links. I'll see you guys up later on tomorrow for some more brand new videos. Love you guys.